Emergency service continue to battle a fire underground here in the M1 South in Johannesburg, where it's believed a fire broke out in one of the tunnels of City Power's infrastructure. It's believed that vandalism and cable theft is the cause of this fire. What we've seen throughout the morning is at least 18 firefighters from the emergency services here in Johannesburg coming onto the scene, trying to both contain as well as extinguish that fire. We seem to understand that right now it is still burning underground and the fire has not yet been extinguished. I want to bring into the conversation to get an update right now the emergency services, Robert Malawuti. Thank you so much. We've been speaking throughout the morning to emergency services. I just want to get a confirmation from you that the fire is still burning underground at this stage and the firefighters are still battling that smolder underground.
Yes, we can confirm that the firefighters are still battling the fire, which started earlier on this morning at around 8. We've got most of our firefighters from the inner city who are attending to this fire incident. So far, the operation is a bit complex due to the fact that it's a confined space fire, underground fire, and also the cable itself has got some oil on it, so the operation become complex. But from our side, we will do our best to make sure that we extinguish the fire and we allow our colleagues from City Power now to start doing their work. So we also happy that we have not yet reported any injuries or fatalities which were reported during this fire incident.
I understand that there was 4 fire trucks that were sent out in the morning. Are there that still amount, or has more been deployed at this stage?
Yes, we have got 4 fire trucks, including a water tanker, and most of the firefighters are from the fire stations around the inner city. So that's where we are now. So in terms of the cause of the fire incident, I think that report will be given as soon as the fire has been extinguished.
I do understand you've mentioned some of the risks. Are there any other challenges that the firefighters are facing in ensuring and containing this fire?
So far, I think in terms of the training, the skills, our firefighters are trained in terms of dealing with underground fires like this one or confined spaces. So they are capable of extinguishing the fire. So I think our motorists must just be patient with us. Especially the motorists who are driving along the M1 South, since the road has been partially closed to exercise caution while they're driving. But from our side, we should be able to extinguish the fire sometime throughout, at the end of the day today.
Thank you so much. That was Robert Malawuti, EMS, speaking to us here on the M1 South. And as he mentioned, that the motorists have to also exercise caution, because one of the impacts of this fire is that the road has been closed, not completely but partially. 2 lanes have been closed to allow for emergency services to do their work, unlike in last year's fire where the entire M1 South and North was closed. It's just the southbound of the Mike 1 that has been closed, 2 lanes of it. So those that are on the road can expect some delays, but also those in this area can also find that their electricity and their power supply has been impacted. The lines here are completely unable to go back online, as we understand from City Power, who we've spoken to earlier in the day, saying that this fire has tripped their system in the specific area. They're trying to reroute and allow for some of the areas to come back online, but for now that process of assessing the damage and then repairing is still quite a long way. But for now, the EMS services are still underground at this stage. They're still battling that fire underground. It is a 2-kilometer stretch on the double-decker, which seems to be quite hot and smoldering, but the emergency services are confident that by the end of this evening they will be able to contain that fire, and that the next process, which will be the re-establishment of power, will then take place.